Goofy Gophers. The Goofy Gophers are animated cartoon characters in Warner Brothers' Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies series of cartoons. The Gophers, named Mac and Tosh, are small and brown with tan bellies and buck teeth. They both have British accents. Their names are puns on the surname, Macintosh. They are characterized by an abnormally high level of politeness. Creation. The Goofy Gophers were created by Warner's animator Robert Clampett for the 1947 short film The Goofy Gophers. Norm Maccabe had previously used a pair of gophers in his 1942 short Gopher Goofy, but they bear little resemblance to Clampett's characters. Clampett left the studio before the short went to production, so Arthur Davis took over as director. The cartoon features the Gophers' repeated incursions into a vegetable garden guarded by an unnamed dog whom they relentlessly, though politely, torment. Voice actor Mel Blanc plays Mac and Stan Freberg plays Tosh. Both speak with high-pitched British accents like those used in upper-class stereotypes around at the time. After classic cartoons, Joe Lasky plays Mac. Some sources claim Clampett intended the Goofy Gophers to be a spoof of Disney's chipmunk characters, Chip and Dale, with whom they are sometimes confused. Others, however, point out that this seems unlikely given the two pairs of characters are so different in characterization. The only real similarities are the fact that the characters are rodents, are paired up, and have puns for names. The Gophers' mannerisms and speech were patterned after Frederick Burr Opera's comics characters Alphonse and Gaston, which in the early 1900s engendered a good honest laugh. The crux of each four-frame strip was the ridiculousness of the characters' overpoliteness preventing their ability to get on with the task at hand. The Gophers' mannerisms may be styled on performances from the British film Great Expectations directed by David Lean and released in 1946, 1 year before Clampett's restyled 1947 version. The Gophers' speech and affectations closely mirror the enthusiastic deferential relationship between Pip, played by actor John Mills, and Mr. Pocket, played by actor Alec Guinness. The pair's dialogue is peppered with such overpoliteness as, indubitably, "You first, my dear," and "but no, no, no. It must be you who goes first." The two often also tend to quote Shakespeare and use unnecessarily long words. For example, in Lumber Jerks, instead of "we gotta get our tree back," they say, "we must take vital steps to reclaim our property." Clampett later stated that the Gophers' mannerisms were derived from character actors Franklin Pangborn and Edward Everett Horton. Davis would direct one other Goofy Gophers short, 1948's Two Gophers from Texas. The unnamed dog from the first cartoon returns as their nemesis in this cartoon, this time aiming to eat like an animal in the wild as he pursues the Gophers with a Gopher cookbook in hand. Robert Mckimson was the next Warner's director to utilize the characters. He pitted them against Clampett and Arthur's dog once again in the 1949 film A Ham in a Roll, wherein the dog's efforts to become a Shakespearean actor are foiled by the rambunctious rodents. Later years the Gophers lay dormant for 2 years until Friz Freleng made a series of 4 shorts beginning with 1951's A Bone for a Bone, another Dog vs. Gophers short. This was followed by I Gopher You in 1954, featuring the Gophers in their first cartoon without the dog, attempting to retrieve their vegetables from a food processing plant, Pests for Guests in 1955, which has the Gophers counter-antagonize the helpless Elmer Fudd when he buys a chest of drawers that they found appropriate for nut storage, and Lumber Jerks later that year, where the Gophers visit a sawmill in an attempt to retrieve their stolen tree home. After Freleng finished with the characters, they would star in 2 more cartoons, once again directed by Mckimson. These 2 cartoons, Gopher Broke in 1958 and Tease for 2 in 1965, pit the Gophers against the Barnyard Dog and Daffy Duck, respectively. Both Gophers were voiced by Mel Blanc in the latter short instead of one by Blanc and the other by Freberg. The Goofy Gophers were going to have a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but rights to the characters could not be obtained in time. The Goofy Gophers were largely forgotten by Warner Brothers in the years since the animation studio's closing in 1969. However, in recent years, they have made a few cameos in various Warner Brothers projects. They are seen briefly in the 1996 movie Space Jam. They feature prominently in episodes of the animated series The Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries and Duck Dodgers. In the latter, they are reinvented as green-furred, six-limbed Martian gophers. The Goofy Gophers were revived in the Looney Tunes show voiced by Rob Paulsen and Jess Harnell. In this show, Mac and Tosh run an antique store and are portrayed as being a gay couple. The Gophers appeared in the 2015 DTV movie Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run. They also appear in the Looney Tunes comic currently published by DC Comics. The Goofy Gophers appeared in the new Looney Tunes Season 3 episode Fool's Gold.